Here we go. So the news up first is CC Weekly. So that's the news segment everybody knows. Three news articles this month or this week.
A lot of news, of news, more than I expected.
First one's a big one. I want to announce that the Cartridge Club has partnered up with Microsoft and the Xbox 360 and Xbox One Games with Gold. And we've arranged that for the month of August, starting August 16th, anybody who has Games with Gold on Xbox Live, either via 360 or Xbox One, will be able to download September's Game of the Month, Beyond Good and Evil HD, completely for free.
Man.
So huge thank you to Microsoft for making this game accessible to everyone in the Cartridge Club that has an Xbox.
How'd you set that up?
Well, I sent Phil Spencer an email, and he responded with, "Please stop emailing me pictures of you in the shower. What will that take?" And I said, "All it's going to take is Beyond Good and Evil for free."
Awesome.
Yeah.
And it worked.
It is. I mean, it is. Obviously, we didn't set that up. It's just a fun coincidence.
Yeah.
It's the Fandango effect, as Kevin and Richard would say.
Yep.
That's not distracting at all.
Nope.
And
So yeah, free. So it starts the 16th, you said?
yeah, August 16th.
Why isn't it the 1st?
I don't know why they break them up the way they do.
Okay.
But yeah, so just anybody who's listening, September's game free on Xbox if you have Games with Gold, starting August 16th.
Awesome.
That's it's a big deal. That's awesome. So thank you, Microsoft.
That is great. I still need it, but
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have Games Gold, but
And Mighty Q Dog Eric pointed out to me that you only have to have Games with Gold on the 360 to download the game, and then if your Games with Gold subscription ends, you keep the game.
so I could use like a trial code.
You could use a trial code. Not all
Because I have
trial
a trial
codes
code.
work, but some trial codes work. The 30-day ones work, and I'm not sure if the 14 days one work. So you could, on August 16th, put your trial code in, download Beyond Good and Evil HD on your Xbox 360, and then you'd have it for free, completely 100% for free forever from Microsoft.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Hey, there's a hook. There's some hints for people now.
There you go. So that is
Thank you, Eric.
that's news segment number 1.
All right.
News item number 2 we're going to talk about is the new NX rumors. Ooh.
There's more.
Dun, dun, dun.
Although it's all kind of the same,
It's the exact same rumors that people have been saying for the last year.
but they keep recycling it so they get more hits.
Exactly. So essentially, there was a news article that broke earlier in the week that people on Wall Street realized that Nintendo doesn't actually have a whole lot to do with Pokemon Go, that it was created by Niantic. And all of the mad stock market people who were rushing to buy Nintendo stocks when the game first came out were suddenly selling those stocks because they were like, oh, you know what, maybe they aren't really financially responsible for this game. It's almost like the people on Wall Street have no fucking clue how the video game industry works. And that they're just randomly guessing at what to buy and sell. That obviously can't be true.
No.
So immediately, the day after that news broke, it was almost as if every gaming website, specifically starting with Eurogamer, on the internet was like, well, what can we talk about now that this? Well, let's give Nintendo some more positive spin, or a positive spin, and we'll talk about confirmed rumors for the NX.
Confirmed rumor.
Confirmed rumor. And Nintendo specifically says, so everybody is quoting Eurogamer as the source for this rumor. The rumor is, if you haven't heard it by now...
I think there's a picture, too. We'll put it in here, I think.
Yeah, we might.
Probably not.
If I can't find a PNG of it, we're not, with a transparent background.
Okay.
So the rumor is that the NX is a handheld device that will also be able to hook up to either a base unit or hook up directly to the television, and you can connect. It actually physically says you can connect two controller ports on the side to connect controllers.
Right.
I can't imagine why you would connect wired controllers. There's no way we're going backwards to that. So if anything, you would connect maybe dongles for wireless controllers. I'm not sure.
It looks like two Wiimotes. It looks like a gamepad that you have on the Wii U, except there's a joystick. Is there a joystick on each side of the gamepad? I can't remember right now.
Yes, there is.
So just imagine you could take that side off and that side off, and those are your two controllers.
Okay, and then the other part would be...
Yeah. So one controller only has a joystick and 2 buttons. The other side has a control stick and 4 buttons.
Okay.
That's what the picture kind of looked like. And then it just looks like a gamepad, and you can take those sides off. That's your controller,
and then it's all touchscreen.
And then you have a tablet. Yeah. Or you can connect them, and then you have it as one, and then you can put it in the system dock thing.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that it's not a touchscreen styled gaming system. I do really like the idea of a handheld system that you can connect to your TV and play, sort of like what PlayStation, I think, was trying to do with the Vita TV.
Yeah.
I do like that idea. The ability to sit down and be playing, say, Legend of Zelda on my at home, and then be like, okay, well, I'm going away for the weekend. Well, you know what? I'm going to take the handheld with me and keep playing the same game, same save file. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, it does sound awesome.
Until Nintendo actually confirms it, these are just rumors that nobody really knows, that people just And it's sort of all twisted versions of the same rumor people have been saying for the last year, which is going to tie into our next news segment. So there's really not news here. This isn't news, but it was all over the place. So I guarantee you that when I post this on Monday, I'm going to use some sort of weird clickbait title for this that makes people think I have some sweet NX insider info. And really all I have to say is wait for Nintendo to say what it is. Yeah. A good friend of ours, Fitnat, is a big fan of saying that it doesn't matter how many rumors there are until Nintendo comes out and tells us this thing could be a fucking waffle maker. And if it is, people will be upset that it doesn't make pancakes.
Hey, that's a good point. I like that.
So that's news segment number 2. Mm-hmm. So let's go to news segment number 3. News segment number 3, more Nintendo news. Unfortunately, there's no other, it seems like we focus a lot on Nintendo news, but it's just...
We started with Xbox news.
Well, yeah, we did start with Xbox news, and it's just, lately it's been a lot of news about Nintendo. Sony's been relatively quiet, Xbox has been relatively quiet. So, Nintendo posted their Q1 earnings report, and they lost, I think it was like $234 million or $274 million in hardware. They claimed due to poor hardware sales, which, I mean, really isn't a surprise. You've got 2 systems right now, the Wii U and the 3DS. The 3DS was down 7% in sales. You're getting to the point now where you're max saturation on 3DS, where anybody who has one has bought them. Mm-hmm. And then on the Wii U, no wonder your hardware sales are down. A year ago, you said we're moving on to a new system. Yeah. So anybody who was even on the fence about buying a Wii U is going to go it's the same situation that I have with the PS4. Why go out and buy a PS4 right now when I know there's a brand new one coming out in a couple of months?
Because you need a 4K TV for that one.
Well, you don't need a 4K TV.
To play that one, you do.
You didn't need it.
You want the advantage of it.
Yeah, but the games aren't outputting it in 4K.
What? Well, why does it exist then?
Well, it will have the ability to output games in 4K.
Okay.
But are developers going to take the extra time to do that?
No.
I'd rather they take that extra time and make good games.
Agreed. So buy a PS4. That's not a 4K.
So,
but what were we just saying?
Nintendo sales way down, and I'm not surprised they're down. When you have one game coming out for your home console over the next 12 months,
and what is it?
Paper Mario Color Spurt or Color Blast or
throw up
Color Spray. I don't know what the wording is.
Oh God!
You haven't come out and said we're done supporting the Wii U, but you have essentially stopped supporting it.
Yeah.
So smart consumers are not going to buy that. Who the fuck is going to buy something that is done being supported?
Has there been a big price cut recently or anything?
And that's the other thing. The price is the same as it was last year and the year before and the year before that. They've been bundling in different games, but even with Splatoon is a great game and it's a lot of fun. But I love the game, and I personally told Kevin not to spend the $80 on it to buy it. Not that it's not worth $80, because I do believe that if you bought it initially, it was worth $80 because you got all the DLC for free, you got all the Splatfests to look forward to. But they just did their last Splatfest, so they've essentially said the servers are staying up, but they're not going to put any more focus on that. And you're telling me you're not putting the effort in, and as soon as you start to tell me you're not putting the effort in, why the fuck am I? I'm not going to spend any extra money on that.
You need the price drop.
So I do not blame at all consumers for not buying this. Yes, I do. I like my Wii U. Yes, there's a bunch of games on there you can get. But until Nintendo gives it a massive price drop, or they come out and say, surprise, we actually have 35 more games coming out this year, which we know isn't happening, nobody's going to buy it. They're going to wait for the NX.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, the people who were going to buy it have already bought it. The other people are waiting for that price drop, and it's just not coming. I don't know.
That's right. So that same article said software sales were actually up in both the Wii U and the 3DS from last year. So that's good. And that's not a surprise to me for the 3DS, because there is a ton of phenomenal games out for that. It's my favorite system right now. I really enjoy it. I am a little surprised that Wii U sales are up, because I don't know, it has to be Tokyo Mirage, Fire Emblem, Crossover, Shin Megami, Fates, Dance Party, or whatever the fuck that game is called.
Tokyo Mirage.
Because I don't know what else has come out recently that would cause that to go up, unless people are just, at this point, starting to buy them because they're out of other things to buy.
I don't know.
Is this the end of the world? No, obviously not. Nintendo's a 100-year-old company, so and
it was only, what, 230 million?
Yeah. So they've been a company for longer than the combined power of all of the doom and gloom bloggers, if you add up all of the years that they've been on the internet, angrily typing on their keyboards. So I'm sure they're going to be okay as a company.
Oh, yeah.
Whether or not they keep doing things that we enjoy remains to be seen. But as for now, I would wait and see what the Q2 report says, because that should include, that would be what, July, August, September. So that should include. Oh, that won't include anything.
It's gonna have Pokemon Go.
I guess Pokemon Go will be on there. Yeah,
Yeah, it will be.
So that'll increase whatever they've made from that. Will boost that a little bit. And then the Q3 is going to have your NES Minis, which are going to be sold out as we've already talked about. And then Q4 will have the NX, which should help there, depending on what it launches with. So yeah, they lost money. It's to be expected.
Happens all the time.
When you don't put gaming, as we said, is all about games. When there's no games coming out for hardware, why would people buy the hardware?
It's true. They're ready to move on, and so are the consumers.
So I think the main problem is they announced the NX way too early.
Yeah.
When you tell people a year and a half out, like in a year and a half, we're going to break up and we're going to have 2 separate channels. Well, you're going to stop watching this channel. That's not going to happen. We're family forever. I can't get rid of them. I've tried.
Yes.
So we're actually sitting so close right now that my leg is sweating on his leg.
I can feel it running down my leg.